Sorry. It's good we are going into it again. Okay. So, let's take it this way. So, the common columns here, the product subcategory and the product subcategory. Therefore, we would come here and then join them like this. Yeah. And then join them. But we just want the name from the subcategory. So this subcategory, we want to pick up this name from the subcategory. So we will assign this name to the subcategory table, and then we are picking up the list price from the product table, and then we'll pick up the list price from the product table. Yeah, this time we are going to name them as they are. Okay, all right. Then as we have done that, we have now exposed the subcategory table for us to use the product ID, the product category ID. Yeah. So then we can then go and then bring in the category table. So copy. We will write another select statement. Everything from this. And then when we run it, we know that product category ID is here. Okay. Product category ID is here. We have already given this as the category name, so we don't really need this one. Okay, so then we will come and then say that if that is the case, let me just go and copy it. Then all these one will write a left join statement and then come in and put it here. So let me run this out and put it here. So then we have this. Okay, but as we have had this, we now need to write our statement, what we want to see. Okay, so we said that where the list price inside the product table is not zero. We don't want to see where there was no price for the product. We want to see products with prices. Yeah, we don't want to see an empty price. So we said where we wrote our statement, our condition, and then we brought it. But since we have done an aggregate, yeah, we need to group by. The moment you do an aggregate, you need to group by the column. Okay, so we did our group by. Yeah, so now if I should do this, I must get something. But what we really need is the category. We need this thing to work. Okay, but we cannot activate this thing when it is making reference in this table. So then we need to save this as a table first. And in saving this as a table, we can then make reference to this column name. Okay, so how do we then save this as a table without saving it as a table? We would write a CTE statement. And that is why we said that let us create a copy. And put it here. Now, the moment you write with CTE and then you give it a name, you say as, you open the bracket and then you close the bracket. Close the bracket. What you are saying is that anytime I type this name, refer to this statement, refer to this query. You get where I'm coming from? Oh, anytime I type this name, refer to this query. So with this one, yeah, with this name, I want you to now select. I want you to now, let me get this one first. Copy. I want you to now select these for me. And even this, yeah, even this, if I should execute, I'll get something. Yeah, but I want more conditions. What are the conditions? I want the average, this one. I want to see only those who are 1,000 or above 1,000. Okay, so I come in and I write it there. And then I want to see some order to it. The order really doesn't really make any. It makes sense when you have plenty stuff, but I hear and then I put it there. So then when I execute it, I get it. All the ones I've seen are more than 1,000, and they are in order of this. They are in descending order of the average list price. But if I should put 500 here and I execute, you get it.
Come again, please. Get it too. I don't get it.
So what I am saying is that this table has got its own. This is a whole table on its own. Okay, a whole table on its own. But I can't use this category name. How do I use this category name if I want to use it? And how do I use this average list price if I want to use it? I can't use it. So then I will put this statement, this whole statement that is giving me these answers, it is returning these, I'll put it in a temporary table. Yeah. And this temporary table, I'll call it cut av price. It's a temporary table. But to me, for me to know that, for me to have in my mind, this is how I understood it. For me to have in my mind that I am creating a temporary table, I will just add CTE to it to remind myself that this is a common table expression. Yeah. You can decide not to have, if you remove this from there, all you need to do is to come and remove this from here. Yeah.
Sorry, but
And
what
it's
do we use CT for then?
like I said earlier, CTEs, this one is not very complex. I'm starting from the basics. But CTE is used for complex queries where the joins cannot handle. Yeah. So next week I will teach you something we call the row number. Yeah. I'll teach you something we call the row number. I'll also teach you other stuff. I'm going to prepare for that. Once you introduce all these, so let's assume you write a case statement here. You write a date statement here. You do a row number here. Okay. All these things, the joints may not be able to handle it. Therefore, you do it small, small. So you join like 2 tables, and then you create a temporary table for it. You join another 2 tables, you create CTE, a temporary table for it. And after you have done that, then you come and select what you need from the temporary tables that you have created. And then you get what you need. Hello. Hello.
Hi, I think this
Yeah,
one
we are here.
it's supposed to be about the first thing we learn early in the morning. When it comes right to the end, man, your head is overloaded.
No, but you remember I told you that
Yeah.
this is a little complex.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it
don't.
should come first thing in the morning, not at the end of the class. Sorry.
But you must
Okay,
also know.
Patrick, okay. I don't know, is it possible? So the table that you've created
Mm-hmm.
and you give it as category name as average best price. If let's say you are to use one of the tables that we've already joined,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe the assignment or the one that we did during when we started,
Mm-hmm.
can we use that and take it from there?
Mm-hmm. We can. So
Okay.
let's look for one. Let's look for one. So like this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like this one. Okay, let's remove this. And then say that this one we didn't have. So let's assume, yeah, let's just assume that this one will be called, say, la 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 la, incentive underscore name. I'm just giving it a name. Yeah, I'm just giving it a name. So then, if I come in and then I say that with CT underscore temp underscore temp as, then I'll open and then I'll come and then close. So then I'll come and write my select statement. Select. Oh, select from CT. You see CT underscore temp has been highlighted. So which one do I want to select? I'll say incentive underscore name, comma, and then product name. Yeah. Then I can come in and then do my conditions, set my conditions. So let's say let's pick up, let's try and pick up more. Let's see if we can get so unit price. So you see, as I did a CTE, I don't have to now highlight the table for the unit price. I can now select the unit price as a column because I am picking it from a temporary table. Yeah. So where unit price here is greater or equal to equal to 800. Yeah, I don't have anything selected, do I? So if I execute this, I must get something. Is it digesting? Is it digesting? Don't worry.
Yeah,
If
so
you don't,
does it mean that you only use this when you rename any of the columns?
there is no formula for using CTE, but CTEs can be used when your table or your query is complex and you need to break it down into chunks.
Okay.
Don't worry, as we do more examples of CTEs, I'll find more examples of CTEs. And as I've said, the assignment will not include CTE. We will keep practicing the CTE. We will keep working the CTE. And as we learn more functions, we would insert them into the CTE and then see how CTEs work. Is that okay? So if you don't understand it now, just don't worry. When we finish class, you can go back to the video and practice it. You can practice it over and over. If you find issues, you can call me. We will arrange time. But next week, we are going to tackle CTE again. And as Princess said, we will tackle it at the start of the class in the morning. And then we would see. But we are going to still do other stuff so that we can insert them into the CTE. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But for the meantime, do you have any questions? Okay, so there's no question. So if there's no question, then it's almost 2 o'clock. We'll bring our class to an end. Let me just stop recording before I continue talking.